Thank you very much, Speaker Moore. It is my honor to state this representative statement today. On October 18th, 1587, it was in Morro Bay, California, that the first Filipinos arrived in America on a Spanish ship. Many more Filipinos arrived in the United States when they were annexed from the Philippines. I don't know if many of you know that the Philippines was actually America at one time for many, many years. And in the first Filipinos that were documented Asian American groups settled in our American soil. We now in North Carolina have 44,488 Filipinos calling North Carolina home. This month recognizes the Filipino Americans who have positively influenced and enriched our state and our country with art, culture, science, history, and stories. I'm not sure if you know this, but we probably often talk about it. As your first Filipino elected official in all of North Carolina history. Thank you. Thank you so much. This moment is pivotal for me. I bring to the floor today not only to recognize the rich and multifaceted history of the Filipino community, but also to emphasize that representation matters. Because knowing our past gives us an even more confidence for our future. It reminds new generations of Filipinos that they are seen, heard, and capable of so much more. And it reminds us that there is room, that we interact with Filipino Americans in history and actually in your everyday. I mentioned it yesterday, but I want to also reinforce. When we honor veterans for World War I, World War II, Korea, and Vietnam, we honor Filipino Americans. When we celebrate the triumphs of the labor movement, we celebrate Filipino Americans. And when we thank doctors and nurses that have tirelessly worked for our health, for your health, for our family's health, who've given birth to some of your children or your grandchildren. These are Filipino Americans. And the Filipino story is integral to our American story. So please help me in celebrating Filipino American Heritage Month and recognize the advocacy groups who came here today. Thank you so much.
Members would ask you, we have a group of Filipino Americans, I think, with us in the gallery. Would y'all please stand so we can officially welcome you? Please join me in welcoming our guests with us today. Thanks for being here, sir.